Vlog time, cause I felt like it. G'days YouTubers, I'm the Hopfot and welcome to this vlog. So, what to talk about today this time? Well, I suppose I'll probably start off with addressing the video which was a little bit delayed last weekend. I had the video done, edited and everything, sitting on the computer. Normally I would upload Friday night and it would be ready to go first thing in the morning, Saturday morning. But I actually fell asleep very early last Friday. I was out like a light. It was a good day though. It was a really good day. I went out and spent the day with my mate. Went to a place called Pincadia, which is a really awesome bar. You get the sort of 80s style diner sort of experience. Upstairs they've got all these pinball machines all down the wall, and then downstairs they've got all these arcade machines down there. There's also tables all set aside for playing all kinds of games, and they've got all kinds of games up there on the shelf. Me and a mate, we went down there to donate a new game called Curious Humans. You'll be hearing more about that very soon, hopefully. Yeah, so that was basically what I did last Friday, and because, you know, I spent the whole day out, went and played a game of Mansions of Madness with a mate of mine, which, unfortunately this time around, I got so into the game, I didn't take any photos and post them up to my Instagram as I did the last time I played this board game. Mansions of Madness is an absolutely awesome game. So yeah, anyway, big full-on day, very tired at the end of it, just didn't get around to uploading the video, and then realised almost halfway through the day on Saturday, I hadn't uploaded my video. So I've come downstairs, made the thumbnail for it. I literally threw that thumbnail together. I know, I sort of cheated. I just used the thumbnail from the previous video, but I've sort of been doing that a fair bit lately with a few videos here and there. I do find it difficult to find the time, not only to record these videos, but to also edit them and create thumbnails for them and all that sort of thing, because I do have a full-time job at the same time as all this. So yeah, but that was basically the reason why there was a bit of delay in the video. In saying that, talking about delayed videos, we could be expecting more delays in future, hopefully not anytime soon, but I do basically have a wedding coming up this year. So me and the missus will be getting married. That's in August, around that time. And so, don't know if I'll have time to get a video out for that week. So yeah, a month after we get married, we're then going away for a honeymoon, which will be going on a cruise around Europe. Which, again, yeah, like I said, there may be delays with videos. I might not have anything. I do want to try and get some videos built up for that, so that while I'm away I can have videos coming out while I'm away, but there's no promise. It's basically because, like I said, having a full-time job, it is difficult to do these recordings and do the editings. And then when it comes to the weekends, I want to spend as much time with my fiance as possible, because that's just how I roll. I want to spend time with the loved ones. Anyway, so that's basically that there. And why am I doing a vlog this week? Well, this week we're in a bit of a heat wave at the moment, and in order to record videos best, I can't have this nice little pedestal fan I've got sitting next to me turned off at the moment. I can't have this on at full blast while I'm trying to record a video, because I don't want the fan blowing across the mic and creating a bit of wind. It's bad enough I've always got this really crappy ceiling fan up here that's constantly ticking away. I don't know if you can hear that right now, but I can hear it ticking away, just to try and keep this room cool, because at the same time I've then got the computer down here next to me generating all kinds of heat and blowing all kinds of heat up above it. In fact, yeah, underneath the table there is actually pretty warm at the moment. I'm just going to do a vlog tonight and get that up for the weekend, and I thought it'd be a nice little thing to do, nice little change of pace again. I actually do enjoy doing these, you know, just sort of giving a little bit of one-on-one with my audience. I know I don't really have much of an audience at the moment, but you know what, if you're out there, go ahead, say something in the comments below. What I would really love would be to be able to actually really start building up an audience, getting lots of comments, and then answering comments in videos like this. Maybe at least once a month, you know, doing a vlog of the month, you know. Like I might actually do for the intros, the vlog of the month sort of a thing. I've got a wonderful singing voice, yet I'll never use it. Sorry, I keep saying I've got this bit of hair that keeps poking out the side there, and it's driving me mad. Stay down. I seriously need a haircut. I really do. Which is something that will be coming up eventually. I will be getting a haircut eventually. So the old pirate beard. We'll be shaving this off, unfortunately. I've really had this thing growing for quite some time. This isn't the longest I've ever had it grown for. I don't know if I had some videos out at the time, but this thing had gotten really long. Once upon a time, this had all gotten pretty long. And in fact, when it actually gets long, it doesn't look too bad, but it's getting to that stage, which is the difficult part. This will get all itchy. This tends to get greasy itchy and itchy a lot. I have to keep washing my hair more and more and more. And yeah, I just find it so much easier to shave the whole lot off, go bald. But I'm not going to do that because we've got the wedding in August and I need to guarantee that I'm going to have enough hair come the wedding. So, well, granted, yeah, I could shave it now and it would grow back well before the wedding. In fact, I would have to cut it again by the time the wedding comes around. Mrs. doesn't want me to risk it, so it's just going to be normal haircuts for most of this year. But yeah, talking about the heat wave that we're going through at the moment, and of course being in southeast Queensland, you get some damn good summer storms, and we had a real beauty last night. My god, that thing was absolutely beautiful what we had last night. In fact, there were video and photos going up all over online. I actually managed, and this is something I wanted to share with you, I actually managed to capture an awesome photo of a bolt of lightning. And I uploaded it to the Higgins Storm Chasing. Yes, Higgins as in myself, as in my name's Scott Higgins. For those of you who don't know, my actual name is Scott Higgins, not Hopfot. I'm not at all affiliated to Higgins Storm Chasing. As much as people love to have a joke on me about it, I'm not affiliated at all to them. But I do love meteorology, and I do take a big interest in meteorology. Probably not quite as much as I do with astronomy, but I do have it's up there sort of thing. But I snapped this absolutely awesome photo. You can see the post there that I sent to Higgins Storm Chasing that they then put up on their site. Got a few people that took some interest in it, 20 odd people basically, a couple of comments. But what was quite interesting to me was one of these comments on here, Weather on Demand. Now this is a site down in this is a page, a weather page from down in Melbourne. That's on the southern end of Australia. See, I'm halfway up towards the northern end. And yet they thought it was a great photo and they wanted to publish on their webpage. Now this was really cool. And this is what made me really proud of myself for this photo. Is over on their page, you'll look here, in fact this number has gone up since I last looked only about an hour or so ago. It was 187, it is now 195. 197 reactions to this. This really was luck, this photo, like it was absolute luck. I also posted it up to my Instagram as well, which will be in the links down below. There will be a link to my Instagram account, so please go ahead, check it out. I post all kinds of photos there. In fact, if we just bring that up real quick. Alright, so if we just go and check out my Instagram. By the way, this is my fiance's Instagram, Candy Cam. Mine's a little bit more centered to my personal interests. Hers will obviously be a little bit on her interest too. But she'll have a lot of photos of things like this, food, our travels around the world, all that sort of thing, which I will also have a few of those sort of things going up too. But this is something she's really passionate about. So if you want to go check out Candy Cam as well, in fact, because I'm getting to my own Instagram, but if you want to go check out Candy Cam, she's got some great photos there. Go ahead, look her up. So this is the kind of things that she sort of posts up. So we've got these nice, really lovely cupcakes that she made. She's been taking these into work and giving them to work colleagues on their birthdays and all that sort of thing. But yeah, and you know, a bit of this sort of thing too. Nice little cheese platter that we just did up for the weekend. Just for the two of us, did up ourselves a little cheese platter because I love a good cheese platter. Blue cheese, blue brie is the best. Tasmanian heritage. Get it in here. So there's all that sort of stuff. So that's her page. So go ahead, check her out as well. But like I said, over on my page, again, just sort of random stuff. So we've got my photos from the storm the other night. So I took two of them. There was this one that was a little bit off shot. I do not know what this black line was. It was some sort of an effect caused by the lightning itself. So yeah, this is the kind of thing that I post here. I post sometimes stills from the with a bit of filtering on it, a bit of Instagram filtering, because Instagram filters are fun. So yeah, I post a bit of stills from the video sometimes. So that was from my pirate video on Don't Sink from last weekend. From the weekend before, Megaton Rainfall, Space Dad and the Bentuzi. This is a photo of me with a brand new game that I got called Curious Humans. I will be telling you about that in future. Like I said, you'll find out more about that. There's that bloody hair again. Stay down. Yeah. Got it. But yeah, so there's Curious Humans, awesome game. Again, I'll be talking about that. And then yeah, we got this game of Mansions of Madness I play with some mates. So anyway, so yeah, go ahead, check that out. It's also got a link there back to here to YouTube. But like I said, I'll go ahead, I'll put a link in that down in the description below. You also go and check the About section on my channel. There's a link in there as well. So yeah, I'll put a link down below and a link over there. But yeah, so that's my Instagram. Not really too much else to talk about. What else could we talk about? Oh, you know what? I was just watching a video today, talking about YouTube actually. Watching a video today by Film Fury, I love film theory and game theory. Matt Pat, he does some awesome stuff, and saw a video of his today about Tide Pods. And it was really, really intriguing and sort of pointing out a point that I've always thought when it comes to these kind of viral challenges. These viral challenges don't really take off until the media finds out about them. And then all of a sudden, they take off. And it's literally because of the media. You know, these Tide Pod things, I had actually heard about them before the media grabbed hold of it. But it wasn't an epidemic. It was just a few odd people, you know, here and there going through natural selection, as I would put it, because, like, people are stupid. A 2-year-old, as far as I know, is, well, as far as all the 2-year-olds I've ever known, are smart enough not to go eat a Tide Pod. And I'm not even sure if we have Tide Pods in this country anyway, so we have similar things to them. We have similar little pods for, like, probably Biomo and Finish and all those sort of companies. Fairy, I know, does one for the dishwasher, and so on and so on, but I probably give too much credit to 2-year-olds. But I still feel like a 2-year-old is smarter than these YouTubers, these teens out there. They're sticking basically poison in their mouths. It's, you don't, yeah. It takes a special kind of stupid to do that kind of thing. Why give them any attention in the first place if all you're doing is encouraging it? Basically, like, I got nothing against things like the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. That was actually for a good cause. It not only raised awareness to ILS, but in raising that awareness, it caused multiple ALS charity funds all around the world to have this sudden influx of money, and then all that money did go to the research to ALS, and they actually made some breakthroughs because of that. Because they got this influx of money, they were able to do the tests that they needed to do. They were able to afford equipment and all this sort of thing, and they actually had some breakthroughs, which was absolutely excellent. And that was just sort of a proof of concept that this kind of stuff can be done, can have a positive result when it's done right. See, I did the Ice Bucket Challenge. I poured a bucket of ice over my head. But yeah, when I did it, what I didn't mention in the video is that I did go off and also donate money to ALS, to a ALS charity fund. I went off, found one online, and I sent money to it. I really should have actually put that in the video, which I didn't, mainly because I just poured a bucket of ice over my head and my brain was finding it really hard to think. Again, still talking about YouTube. We got... what was it? The Falcon Heavy rocket. That's right. Other things trending on YouTube. The Falcon Heavy. All the conspiracies around it. Oh my god. Anytime science takes a massive leap, the conspiracy theorists come out of the woodworks, and I absolutely love it. It is hilarious. And the dangerous part, though, is it's hard to tell the real conspiracy theorists from the ones taking the piss. And I love the ones taking the piss, honestly. I would do it myself if I would think of that sort of stuff sometimes. There's that freaking hair again. Get back down there. But yeah, like, mind you though, talk about Falcon Heavy. I unfortunately didn't get to see the launch live myself, personally. Because, well, I was asleep. But then I did watch it as soon as I woke up. It was one of the, like... Sorry, to paint the picture, I was sitting on the toilet watching the rocket take off. Oh, there's some jokes there. I was on the toilet watching a rocket take off. Yeah. Alright, just let it out. Put it all down in the comment section. Do it now, actually. Get it out of your system. Put it in the comment section. Please. I want to see it. I want to read it. But yeah, anyway, so I saw that, and that was absolutely awesome to see, basically. You know, currently the most powerful and reusable rocket in the world right now, and it took off its first test flight, and it took off beautifully. Couldn't have been any better. Even Elon Musk was surprised when it went off without a hitch. Well, we say without a hitch, but we all know what happened to that central core, that stage 1 of the central core. Yeah, that was a little whoopsie, right into the ocean, 100 meters off from the platform. But yeah, no, that was really cool, and that kind of thing's really cool, because you know how much I love space, because, like, well, as you can see behind me up there, we got what up there? How many? I think you can probably see all three of them. 3 Stormtrooper helmets. Chewbacca, I've got sitting just over here. I got me Stormtrooper sitting here. Come on, mate, say something. But yeah, you know, I got all this sort of stuff, basically. I love space. I love science fiction and space, and it's one of the biggest drives for me. Like I Like you even saw one of the photos for Instagram where I had the photo of the constellations and all that. I just love stargazing, space, astronomy, exploration. Let's get going, you know, into space. Let's get exploring. Let's doing what these guys are doing right here. Those are some Star Trek models right there. Speaking about space, speaking about Star Wars, in fact, we also had the Solo movie trailer. That one, yes. The one with which a lot of people, particularly Star Wars fans, it's like, oh my god. It's a movie, people. It's just a movie, and I've just angered a lot more people. I can feel the disturbance in the force, as though a lot of fans weren't watching this video, getting all route triggered and shit. But yeah, anyone who's watched this video, I can feel it. You're getting triggered, aren't you? Because I said it's just a movie. I get it. Okay, alright. I am a Star Wars fan. Sorry, my nose is going a bit runny. Big Star Wars fan. I'm also a Star Trek fan and a Stargate fan. If it's got Star on the front of it, I'd probably like it. There's a good chance. It's Starman. He's in space now. I like him. I do get it. It is more than just a movie. It's a Star Wars movie. It is a movie. It's got a culture following it. It's got fans. You know, you've got people that you need. Well, you don't need, but you kind of should focus on keeping happy. But it's a modern Star Wars. And from what I saw of the trailer, it actually looks really good. It looks like a really good Italian Job sort of thing, you know, getting a team together, here's everybody, and let's go steal some stuff, you know, or let's go smuggle something. Basically, it gives us a little bit of an introduction. Oh, runny nose. It gives us a little bit of an introduction into Han Solo as he was. And the other thing is too, people like some of the stuff that people complain about is like, oh, Han Solo wouldn't show, you know, that he's afraid of anything and that sort of thing. You know, the whole bit of him going, I think we're okay, or whatever it was, something on those lines. I can't quite remember. I'm sorry, or really bad memory sometimes. But yeah, there was the scene with that sort of thing. A lot of people saying, oh, that's out of character for Han Solo. He's full of confidence in that. No, he's not. Go back and watch the movies. When Han Solo screams out during the TIE Fighter attack on the Millennium Falcon, he screams out, she'll hold together. And then he talks to himself, come on baby, hold together. He was doubting himself then. He was doubting his own statement. He was doubting the ship holding together. He did not have the confidence that he exhumed. Not only that, but this is a younger Han Solo. Perhaps he hasn't developed that confidence yet. For all we know, that's the first time he flies a Millennium Falcon. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's the first time he flies a Millennium Falcon. Because you look at it, that that YT-1300 freighter belongs to Lando Calrissian right now. Which means it's not Han Solo's. Which means this will be the first time he flies it. Which means he might not be 100% confident. I'm a pretty good pilot myself. I can fly all kinds of planes in flight simulators and such. With my joystick setups, pedals, everything. I can get into a flight simulator and I could fly just about any plane. But you put me in a real plane and suddenly my confidence goes out the cockpit. I know I'm a really good pilot. I am a really good pilot, but I still lack the confidence when I'm in that cockpit. And part of it is because my fear of heights just kicks in. I'm just like, I don't want to hit the ground. It's just how it works, you know. You've got to build up to it. You've got to gain that confidence. And I think that's what we're going to see here with Han Solo. It's going to be young Han Solo. Also, probably talking about Star Wars as well. I'll move forward, you know, with people complaining stuff. The Last Jedi. Here comes controversy. I actually really enjoyed The Last Jedi. However, I do agree on a fair number of things. The whole thing about Snoke, not getting to know anything about him. Well, for one, this is one thing about Star Wars. They've got cloning technology. How do we know he's dead? I know I'm spitballing some theories here, but how do we know? For all we know, he may have been a clone of someone. For all we know, he may be a clone of the Emperor. But he took on his own persona, his own name. Maybe there are more. We've heard about something called Project Resurrection. We don't know anything about it. Oh, by the way, Project Resurrection came up in the Star Wars Battlefront game. Now, presumably, Project Resurrection has absolutely nothing to do with the movies or Snoke or whatever. And that's the way it should be. That's the game, not the movies. The game should not reflect too heavily on the movies. For all we know, yeah, that he was a clone of the Emperor, maybe. You know, it was one of the things that was originally in Legends, and one thing they've shown lately with making these Star Wars movies is they're quite often drawing on the Legends material to bring out new content. So for Star Wars Rebels, for example, the TV series, they brought out Thrawn. Thrawn was thrown into Legends because he comes after Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. But now they decided to put him before it all. Before Star Wars Episode 4 even. You know, and they put him into Star Wars Rebels. And his character is awesome. But, you know, same thing with Snoke. They could actually decide to draw on the Legends material and say, he's a clone of the Emperor, by the way, and here he is again. Now he's got a different name, but he's still just as powerful. Kylo Ren himself might even resurrect him and lie to him about everything that's happened. Try to manipulate Snoke himself so that Snoke will work for him. You never know. In saying that, maybe he is just dead. And while that seems like a waste to a lot of people, I think not. It's one of the problems with Star Wars is we get so stuck with having to know background stories on everyone. That everyone seems to have a background story. Why can't someone not have a background story? I'll leave you with that. Oh, and of course, the entire casino scene. I think the whole thing of running around like a fat kid in a candy store was just absolutely ridiculous. And this girl, Rose? Nah, I don't think she's... something wrong with her. Saving Finn, and she goes on to say, we save the things we love. As though she's like saying, I love you, Finn, although I met you just a day ago, 24 hours ago, something like that. Met him within a day, and she's already risking her life to save him. Despite that what he was trying to do was save everybody. Maybe let him do that so everyone else is safe. You know, the mission you were supposed to be doing as well. So yeah, anyway, all that aside, yeah, there were some bad points. All that aside, I really enjoyed the movie. I actually thought it was quite a good movie in the end. I don't put it up there in the list of highest ranked Star Wars movies. That of course still goes to the OT. The OT is still at the top of that list. But however, I put The Last Jedi probably on par with Attack of the Clones. Simply because Attack of the Clones was too much of a romance story. That's basically it. I can't really think of anything else to talk about. Quick recap, what we talked about. We had the delay on my video last week was because I was not paying attention to the time on Saturday. My wedding and honeymoon coming up this year with my fiance, of course. Which means there will be gaps in my videos. There may be gaps in my videos. My Instagram account, go check it out. Link in the description down below. In fact, also go check out my fiance's Instagram account if you like her photos. Hit follow. Go check it out. Link also in the description below. Tide Pod challenges. It's stupid. Stop it! Falcon Heavy. That was awesome. That was cool. We're moving forward. Love it. The Star Wars Solo movie. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not keeping my hopes up. I never do with any movie. And The Last Jedi, I enjoyed it. It had some bad points. You all heard it. You heard it from me. I'm a little late in talking about it, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!